a school in Kedah, in Sungai Petani. So he's in Form 1. Now this is a standard 1 level passage. Okay, so for all of us in this room, this will look like a really simple passage, right? It is hot, Frog sits on a pad, Frog sits still in the hot sun. It looks like something simple for a 7-year-old to be able to read. But Kang Hong, who is in Form 1, this is what he can read. You can't see. So he can read 8 words from this passage. So this is a standard level passage. And he can read these 8 words. So words like is, on, in. Okay, so this is what he can read. And teachers in public schools, if there are teachers here, you know that this is not an isolated problem. This is actually common with a lot of students that we have in our national schools.
I cannot go through it in depth when it comes to politicizing English, but there are sentiments that some people see it as we have to memertabatkan bahasa Melayu, and they are scared that English will erode our national identity, and there might be some politician is, going too strong on that notions and trying to gain popularity for those who actually fighting to memertabatkan bahasa Melayu. I'm not saying that it's not important, but a lot of them also say that by the respondent itself, you can see they don't see by being proficient in English, it will actually erode your national identity. This shouldn't, when it comes to education, my personal belief as an educator, you should not politicize this kind of things. And I agree with the respondent, to be honest.
We have to think about how to get involved in that by making English part of the pop culture in the social media itself. We have one popular Malay song, so perhaps we can have a contest who can create or rewrite the lyric in English and perhaps make it more popular, and people will want to do it, to take part, to participate, and not looking at it as a system or as something that's rigid or education per se. Let it be a culture. You make it a popular culture, and whether you realize it or not, you want to learn English more and more.
So basically, I decided a year ago, 2 years ago, that I should run a program for the teenagers because they seem to be not having anything going on in terms of activities. So basically, I adopted a school, and in that school for the past year, I've been doing what you're doing. So I've been going there every week, once every week, to teach them, actually to provide them a platform for them to speak English. That's why it's called Speak It, because the problem is actually they don't have that platform to speak. So what they do in class every day, they're learning English for the past 12 years or whatever, how many years that they're learning, is that they're learning to write and the grammar and stuff like that. But with language you need to practice it. So if you don't practice it, then there's no point. So they've been learning English, but they've got no platform to practice. So what we are providing basically is a platform for them to practice. So when they come to our class, well, my class, Speak It, they're not allowed to speak any other languages except for English. Important things, because we are individuals who decided that, okay, since there are not much going on, we might as well take it into our own hands and do whatever we can. And I think I am very surprised at the fact that there are other people who are doing it. So because I'm doing it on my own, I don't see how other people are doing it. Now I'm coming here and I'm listening and yeah. So there is something.
Can I just make sure I'm confident?